Hey everyone, if you are ever in the Toronto or Niagara area taking a day or two to explore, I highly suggest the Bruce Peninsula. It's super easy, it's totally worth it. And did you know that this area that I'm going to share with you is home to some of the most stunning landscapes in Ontario? So stick around, I'm going to share 10 awesome places in only 10 minutes, so about a minute each, to help you plan an easy and very worthwhile itinerary. I'm Zoe. It really helps if you give me a follow and a like while I'm growing this channel. Okay, let's dive in. We are staying in Wiarton, Ontario. We're here to visit the Niagara Escarpment, or at least this section of it. We're from Hamilton, which is situated on the Niagara Escarpment, and we drove about 3 hours from Hamilton to visit the Bruce Peninsula. So first up is Wiarton, Ontario. It's a charming town. It's known as the gateway to the Bruce Peninsula. It's where we stayed, and I'll share that with you at the very end of this video. Fun fact, Wiarton is famous, if you didn't know this already, for Wiarton Willie. It's the weather predicting groundhog. It's a very quaint place with a lot of history and character, and it makes a very good starting point if you are going to go on an adventure like this one. This is Wiarton. So here we are in Wiarton, and we found a very cool little authentic, I think, Jamaican roti place. First stop was Craig's Cave near Wiarton. We absolutely love this hike. It really truly was one of our favorite spots in the area. The caves are actually part of the Niagara Escarpment, which is made of sedimentary rocks like limestone, dolostone. You can look it up, but it's a very interesting geological formation. Keeps going, this place. This is just wow. It's a bit rugged, the trails, and so be prepared. It's definitely worth the cost. So don't get, too worried about it. It says it's $15 per adult, but we definitely felt like it was worth it. The views and the experiences are absolutely unforgettable. So next was Lion's Head, and I wanted to say that I have memories, even as a child, of hiking the trails on Lion's Head and exploring Lion's Head. This is a really cute little town, Lion's Head. Absolutely love Lion's Head. Could live in this little town. It offers a very stunning clifftop views if you're able to go. It's perfect for hiking, perfect for photography. The name comes from rock formation that actually resembles a lion's head. So if you're in the area, I do suggest you stop, but just make sure you make a reservation if you're... ran into a little bit of a snag in that we wanted to go to the Bruce Trail Lion's Head Park, and you need to pay in advance. And if you come up here and you don't, you still can do it, but if you don't have data, my data is not working very well up in these areas. Next up is Spirit Rock Conservation Area, and we had an amazing hike here, although it was quite rough and a little bit hard because it's covered in poison ivy. There were pants on this hike. So make sure you're wearing the proper shoes and pants. Unlike what we did, we seemed fine, but just be aware. Our tiny car also made it on the road. So if you see the reviews that say it's tough to get in there, I think it's fine. It can be a little intimidating. It's just a very narrow gravel road, and I suppose it depends on the weather. So just be cautious of that. We're gonna head in these old staircase, and I did a video on the staircases along the Niagara Escarpment in Hamilton, and there was nothing like these staircases. All right. Awesome spot, and interesting ruins, and a cool little staircase that I've shared, and so on. The spot that most people are familiar with in this area is the Bruce Peninsula National Park. We are at the Bruce Peninsula, however you'd like to pronounce it, National Park. It is the highlight of any trip in this area. We did have to make a reservation. You have about a 4-hour time frame to be here to go for a few hikes. Unless you're camping here, you can clearly just stay here, but we're just here for the day. There is snakes, there's rattlesnakes here, there's bears. Apparently there's been a bear sighting. You can easily spend a half a day here hiking, swimming, exploring. Of course, you can also rent campsites, which you have to pre-book, sometimes months ahead of time. So we're walking along the Bruce Trail at the Georgian Bay area. You can see that it's a little bit rugged, but it's very quiet. And this is, I would say, in the height of the tourist season. The park is known for absolutely stunning scenery, diverse wildlife, the famous grotto, which I'll share next. And it's just a fantastic spot. I highly suggest if you're ever in the area of Toronto, you could technically even do this on a day trip, although it would be quite a long drive.
There's a hole over here.
So the grotto is an absolute must-see. It's probably why most people actually come to the Bruce Peninsula.
Oh, wow.
Peninsula National Park. It's a freshwater sea cave, crystal clear water, turquoise, if you call it whatever you want to call it. It's beautiful for snorkeling. It's beautiful for exploring the caves, cliff jumping if you're feeling adventurous. We weren't. It really is a true paradise right here in Ontario. And again, maybe 3.5 hours from Toronto. After the Bruce Peninsula National Park, most people, including us, we would go to the Singing Sands Conservation Area.
Luckily, our pass for the national park we were just in is valid also for Singing Sands, so we did not have to pay a second time. But here we are, Singing Sands. Oh.
We absolutely love the area, but just be prepared to walk. It's not going to be a dive-in kind of swimming spot. It's known for its warm, shallow waters, and it is great for little kids.
You can just keep walking and walking and walking.
Just bring an umbrella. It's very hot and sunny, and there's no shade anywhere. Very peaceful, beautiful spot.
Definitely want to point out at Singing Sands that they have lockers, which is a very good idea if you're here and you don't want to leave your wallet or purse and car keys and such. Because if you're on the beach and you want to go swimming, it's like a half-an-hour walk. Probably not the greatest idea to leave your stuff, but
Tobermory is at the very tip. That was our final destination in the area. It is a quaint and charming town. It does not seem to be commercialized at all, which I think adds to the charm. Tobermory is known for the northern terminus of the Bruce Peninsula, which stretches over 890 kilometers, and it is an awesome place just to relax. It has a very laid-back vibe. A lot of people are scuba, diving, snorkeling in the area. There's lots of shipwrecks. You can go and visit if you want to do the tours. It's a really neat spot. Sable Beach was part of our drive home. It is leaving the Bruce Peninsula area and it's located on Lake Huron.
Well, we're in Sable Beach. It's a bit of a rainy day, so it's not as crowded as you would expect a beautiful beach like this to be, but yes, this is a really nice, this is Lake Huron. Very crowded from what I remember. Sort of a party atmosphere, but of course that was many years ago that I was here.
We had a lot of fun. I could absolutely live in this area along the beach, maybe not right in Sable Beach town, which can be quite crowded. It can get very busy, but when we were there it was pretty quiet.
We're having lunch at called Two Chicks Smoothie Bar. We were thinking of just going to Subway and getting a sub, but this place popped in our view. It's right across the street, and then the beach is right there. It's Sable Beach, the beautiful beach area. It has a long beach, you can see.
The beach is beautiful. It's perfect to just lay on the beach and enjoy the waves and the sun. It's one of the longest freshwater beaches in the world, is what I heard. Again, you can look up and see if that fact is correct. It's a great spot to end your Bruce Peninsula trip, which is what we did. All right, ignore the mess, but I want to share with you the place we're staying. It is called the Honey Bee Tiny House or something. Got it on Airbnb, and I'll share the link to it. And it's in Wyerton, Ontario. But this is where we're staying. It's a tiny little place. It's rented by a woman who owns the property, and she built this little shed she said, during the pandemic. So it just has a screen. It's really tiny. It has a screened-in porch, as you can see here. And then it's an outdoor, I guess you could say, like kitchenette where you can cook and, make your coffee and stuff. Ignore the mess. And then inside, it's a little bug-free in here, but inside you can see there is another little kitchen area, sink, everything you kind of need. It's not luxurious. It was felt a lot of bugs last night. And then here, as you can see, it's just a bed, and that's it. In the bathroom, it's kind of unique. You have to be someone that can handle this, but this is a composting toilet. So there is a little bit of work to it when you have to go to the bathroom. You have to kind of turn this nozzle and, composting toilet. There's a shower, everything you need there, and that's it. It's just a little, here we'll kind of go outside to get a view from what it looks like out here. And this is basically Ontario. It's a lot of farmland here. So we are, obviously you can see we're situated on sort of, it looks like some wheat farm and fields, but we are very close to the Niagara Escarpment.